Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel and I'm a hot messy mama. Today I'm going to be doing a 2-day wear test and try on first impressions of the new About Face Performer Skin Focused Foundation. So if you want to see how I get on with it, and you can see it looks good. But if you want to learn more about it and see how I like it, please keep watching. I picked this up in store at my Ulta. Again, it is the Performer Foundation by About Face. That's Halsey's brand. The packaging is like clear plastic and it's very hard to read this. So I'm gonna pull up on my phone the details to let you know. All of the signage in the store made it sound like it is, it's a second skin finish, but it doesn't really say if it's matte or luminous or dewy, just second skin. So we'll see what that looks like. But all of the models in the photos, it looked more on the matte side, including Halsey. She was one of them. Again, it's the Performer Foundation. And just to let you know, all of the images online made it look like it was the same size as like the eye paints. It's not. It is the size of a foundation. It's just very similar packaging, which is kind of fun to give you a comparison. This is the new Glossy foundation, so it's taller, about the same width. So it is a full size foundation. You do get 1.08 fluid ounces, I think is what that says. Yeah, 1.08 ounces. It's only $22. Most of their stuff is pretty reasonably priced anyway, but I was still surprised it was that low. I thought it would be a little closer to 30. There's 45 shade options on the Ulta website. I'll put the range, like the images of them on the screen over here so you can see. Very nice shade range and the details about it. The Performer Skin Focused Foundation by About Face, buildable, breathable, medium coverage, delivers a long wear second skin finish. It's coverage meets skincare. Of course, why would we have anything come out now that doesn't have skincare in it as well? Skin optimizing foundation formulated with powerful ingredients like blue agave, wintergreen, and chlorella, known to help skin feel moisturized, balanced, and smooth. Vegan and cleanly formulated. I believe they're also cruelty-free. So it's got 13 reviews on the Ulta website and 4.8 stars, which is really good. So I've had mixed results with About Face. Most of the performance of the products has been really good. Where I've had issues is more with them directly with shipping and packaging and stuff like that. But that has improved in recent years since they've expanded their sales into Ulta and have more distribution channels. So anyways, it is a glass bottle with a plastic metallic lid up here. You've got the Performer Skin Focused Foundation written on here, the About Face logo here, and then of course the shade info on the bottom. I could have gone with a few different options. I ended up with LM1 Warm, which is the light medium range, and shade 1 Warm. I could have gone light medium neutral one. I could have maybe even done the olive one, but they didn't have that in stock. So they had a lot of shades in stock, but not all of them. So very reminiscent of the old Physicians Formula foundation. It does have a wand, or the Pure 4-in-1 I think also has a doe foot applicator. I'll swatch it on my hand for you here. Bear in mind my face and my hands are never the same shade because I wash my hands all the time, etc. But it's not super liquidy at all. Pretty thin, blends out nicely. right, going with my normal primer, the VIEVE Skin Nova. This is basically a moisturizer with a little bit of glow, a little bit of blurring, instant radiance. It's just super hydrating, and it's what I always use. So I will do 2 days wearing the foundation. One day I will wear with just this primer, and then the next day I'll see how it does with or some sort of primary glow product that's not just this, just like a lightly sheened moisturizer. This one does not really affect anything. So, all right, here we go. Shade LM1 Warm. Based on how it's spread on my hand, I'm not gonna go in for a second dip yet. I'm just gonna take kind of everything that's on the doe foot, and obviously if I was a pro, I would not use the doe foot on my face the way I am, but since no one's gonna use this except me, it's quite all right to do that. Bring it a little down my neck. Okay, I will admit, this is easy to hold. I like that it's square, so it's a lot easy to twist open if you have any dexterity issues or manual issues, you have nerve damage in your hands. It's very easy to screw and unscrew a square top. So, and it's big, so it's easy to hold on to. I like that a lot. All right, I'm gonna go in with one of my favorite foundation brushes. This is just the Say Big Fat blending brush. And let's see, I think this is a great color match for me. I was glad to see that Ulta had numerous shades available in the testers, so I could. This was not one of them. I tried the LM1 Neutral, and it was close, but just not quite. It was a little bit more pink, where I lean a little bit more golden and yellow, olive. And they have lots of undertones. They have cool, warm, neutral, and olive, and peach, I think, too. So lots and lots of different shade options in this foundation. Again, very affordable, $22. I think this CoverGirl foundation was the same price, and this is considered drugstore, so that's a great price. It is accessible to pretty much anyone. Okay, that blended out beautifully. Let me zoom you in a little more. That looks really nice. It's very smoothing. It blurred out a lot, and even my skin tone, you can still easily see my imperfections if you know where they are. I know exactly where everything is, so I know where to look. Right here and right here, especially over here on my chin, and of course my melasma mustache. But for an all-over foundation, that's not bad. I like a medium coverage, and then I tend to go in with more coverage with my concealer. But I'm gonna build it up a little more right here and a little more where I do have some of these spots, and see, it says it's buildable. Go in with that. I really like the doe foot applicator. Normally I'm a pump girl, but I don't know. There's just something a little easier. It's quick, it's not messy when you're the only one using it, and you can go right on top. Oh yeah, that covered that up a lot more. It's still a little visible, but it looks like skin, because skin has some imperfections unless you're like 20 or 12. Yeah, that did a nice job of adding more coverage on my really aggressive areas. So, all right. Let me back you back out. So that is the first application. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup, come back with a couple final thoughts, and then we'll go on to day 2 wear test. Okay, full face is done. I will have all the products I'm wearing listed below. I didn't go super crazy because I did want to focus on the skin, which still looks great. Just a couple of things. I am wearing the Tower 28 concealer. I have the VIEVE Modern Powder Perfector is the powder I used all over. For the lips, I have Mario in the Mario lip liner in the shade Toasty, and the Milk Odyssey lip oil gloss in the shade Quest, which is a beautiful darker nude lip. So that's what I've got on. The rest will be listed down below. So we will check in a couple hours and see how it's looking when I'm out and about. I have a couple of appointments today for work, and we'll see how it holds up and go from there. All right, talk to you soon. Right, so I am back. It's been about 3 hours since I finished my makeup and left you last. I did sweat a little bit. I had to go up and down multiple flights of stairs while I was at my appointments. So a little bit of sweating along my hairline. I'll zoom you in here. I don't seem to have much loss of anything. Maybe just a tiny bit right there. And honestly, I don't know if that's just the powder bronzer that's worn off or the foundation, but looks like just a teeny, it's basically not noticeable, and my hair mostly covers that up anyway. So, but all along here, there's no loss of coverage at all along my jawline. You can still just see a little bit of my natural discoloration over here, but that was already showing through when I finished. Down here, this is still equally as covered as it was when I put the second layer on. Under eyes still look pretty good. My nose was running a little bit, so I blew my nose a couple of times, and I've got a little bit of loss of coverage right here under and around my nostrils, but minimal. I've had many other foundations that when I blow my nose just once, that's it. It's all gone. But this still seems to be very much intact, and around my mouth as well. I drank out of a coffee cup a couple of times. You know, like a plastic lid travel coffee cup a couple of times. And I touched up my lip gloss, but that's the only thing I've touched since I left you. So yeah, nothing touched up but the lip gloss. I think it looks really good so far. It's definitely not dewy. It's more matte than dewy, but not matte, if that makes sense. It really does look like skin, and I'm really impressed with it so far. We'll see how it continues to wear. I think it looks great right now. It's even, like the color was just perfect. Yeah, even all the way down my neck, no creasing in my necklines, no creasing in my smile lines. I did powder with my normal VIEVE powder, but it's not really creasing in my forehead lines either. Very impressed so far. So there will be day 2, and we will have final thoughts after that. Stay tuned. I already have prepped my skin with, again, VIEVE Skin Nova, and today I used the RMS Supernatural Radiance Serum. It's an SPF 30. I actually used 1 stripe of the light shade and 1 stripe of the medium on my fingers, because, you know, sunscreen, you need 2 finger lengths. So I do 1 of each color in the winter or fall and spring. Anyway, I've got both shades that I can mix and match. That, and then of course BEAUTYBIO under the eyes. So Again, the shade I have is Light Medium Warm 1. And today I am doing what I would do if I'm just like regular, getting ready for my day, sort of in a hurry, but not like drastically in a hurry. One thing I have noticed about this foundation, it does seem to dry pretty quickly. I mean, it's still movable once it's dried, but it does seem to dry down pretty quick, which is good and bad. It means it sets and you don't feel like you have a wet face. You very much cannot feel it when you're wearing it. It's very lightweight. Again, looks like skin, second skin finish. And that's an accurate description. It really just looks like your skin, perfected. Again, look more matte than dewy, but I wouldn't call it a full matte. I would call it, yeah, more of a natural finish. It's a little less, got a little less of a sheen than most of the natural skin finish foundations I have tried recently, but it doesn't look flat or like soft focus. It doesn't look like that kind of velvety matte. It just, I mean, it is a soft focus. It definitely blurs imperfections and blurs, like, it does a really nice job of covering up. I'll zoom you in. Does a really nice job of covering up and evening out my skin damage, sun damage, and discoloration that I have all over in various places. Cancels out any redness. I really like this foundation. Halsey did the team over there, they did a great job with this foundation. And it's been a while. They've been out for a couple of years now. The brand has been around. So I'm glad that they waited. They focused more on their niche, punk rock, color, fun, vibrant, party all night, no budge, colorful makeup that they really were known for in the beginning. I'm very impressed with this foundation. I didn't think I was going to be, just because they're so good at the color. You can't always be great at everything, I guess. And I didn't know how they were gonna do with complexion products when, I mean, let's be honest, Halsey's freaking gorgeous. She doesn't need much work in that realm. But yeah, I think it looks beautiful. So back for final thoughts tonight. All right, everyone, we're back for our final check-in, trying out the About Face Performer Skin Focused Foundation. If you couldn't already tell, I kind of love it. It looks like my skin, still have a little bit of glow left. It's not matte, it's not dewy, it's perfectly in between. Looks like skin, good for dry skin, and I'm fairly sure it would be good for oily skin too. It's got skincare ingredients including blue agave, chlorella, I believe it's called, and wintergreen. They're supposed to maintain moisture, balance, and smooth the skin. Everything has skincare ingredients now. Whether they're actually enough to be effective, that's yet to be determined, but my goodness, if it doesn't look beautiful on my 43-year-old, mostly dry, hyperpigmentation, skin damage, wrinkled skin. It's worn all day. I still have as much coverage on my cheeks as I did in the morning. My sun damage down here is still covered. I'll zoom you in one more time. I mean, just natural skin reflection. You can see the slightest bit of my sun damage and skin issues shining through, but it's worn all day. It's been at least 8 hours now since I initially put it on. 45 shades, glass bottle, easy to use doe foot, tons of different undertones. I feel like this is the first foundation I can truly recommend for everyone. Dry skin, oily skin, mature, young, lots of damage, hardly any discoloration or issues. It's just home run, out of the ballpark, and it's $22. $22. It's cheaper than most concealers at the prestige level. I just cannot say enough good things about this foundation. It's my favorite of the year so far. We're very much at the beginning of the year, but within the past year, the only other foundation I would say that rivals this, although is not anywhere near similar, is the Makeup by Mario. The Makeup by Mario is another absolute favorite of mine, but it is definitely more reflective, more of a sheen, more, it's got, you know, mica and reflective elements, highlighter elements in it that give it that sheen and reflective property, where this is absolutely much more second skin, just looks like your skin, but way freaking better. And it might be my foundation perfection. And I was not expecting that to happen with, of all things, the About Face foundation. I don't like matte foundations normally. With the right base, you do need to hydrate. You need to prep underneath, as you would with any foundation. But okay, that's enough rambling. This is amazing. Absolutely love. So far, best foundation of the year. Maybe of the century. Bold statement. I got it. Bold statement. All right. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey of new foundation exploration. If you like this kind of content, over 40, new product, try-ons, hauls, please like, subscribe, share, all the things, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.